Oi, tudo bem? Hello, how are you? Happy new May month to you in the year 2023. How have you been faring? I guess God has been faithful, right? Yeah. So there's this posts that have been on social media and it has gained a lot of attention, people showing up opinions and different views. All right. So my wife brought it to the table and we decided to talk about it. Now, this is from me to you and just my thought about the entire thing. All right. One thing I want you to understand is that trust, it's a very expensive thing to get and to give. Very, very expensive. But I would say that if you find yourself in a position where you have to trust someone, you need to consider so many things, okay? Because when you trust someone or you trust a thing in care of someone, be sure that that person also has a reasonable thing to commit to you as well, okay? Because it is always dangerous when you are the only one that is sure to lose when you're committing or entrusting something to someone, okay? Basically, it was about a guy who is a footballer who his wife divorced him and intended to get a chunk of the guy's wealth, okay? But it happens that the guy already put everything in care of his mother. Everything he does, everything he's doing with himself is in his mother's name. So at the end of the day, the wife couldn't get she couldn't get what she wanted from the divorce. Okay. Now the thing is this: another Nigerian music artist also dropped something and said, if you're gonna love your wife, trust her with everything, and at the point where you guys are separating, you don't expect her to go suffering. Okay. So whatever support you can give to her, you give. Now, my take is this: I always say that when you're involved in any form of relationship, ensure that both parties have a 50-50 share from beginning, no matter what it is. You understand? Because it doesn't make sense when you say you're giving more and the other person is giving less. No. Always bring the same value to the table. It's very, very important. I am from that point of view that every woman should work themselves to build the kind of life they want. Every man should build themselves, have the kind of life that they want. Okay? In a scenario where the woman has everything and the man has everything or almost everything, if anything happens and they have to separate, you go with your own thing and the other person goes with his or her own thing. It's as simple as that. I am from the Christian background and people will say, or the church will say, that it is not good to divorce only when it's a case of infidelity. Okay? But in this day and age, too many things happen in relationship, in marriages, and the only way not to get yourself whooped or get yourself used is to just walk away, separate, divorce. Okay? But if you will consider divorce, just know that it's better to take your own thing from the relationship and walk away. Be at peace with yourself. Okay? A lot of women, a lot of ladies come and say, I worked with him when he was nothing. At that point where you were working with him, did you not consider making sure that you have your own share? Does it really have to get to that point where you guys are divorcing before you actually get what is yours? It's a dangerous situation to put yourself. I trust him, he's my husband. I trust her, she's my wife. Yeah, a very good thing. Trust is very, very essential. But people change. People get a lot of information. They are also influenced. Okay? So at that point where things don't seem the way they have always been or the way you've always known it to be, then what do? I'm saying this today because I actually do not have any problem with divorce. Okay, I also encourage that when people don't feel safe in their marriage, they should divorce. Just let it go. You don't need to suffer and be there being used. You don't need to be that person that is suffering from a relationship. Okay, if it's worth your happiness, then stay in it. If not, take your stuffs and leave. Okay, so I want to conclude by saying that you men that thinks that okay, it is now better to put your property and your wealth in your mother's name, fine. But then when your mother dies, it goes to the next of kin. So who is the next of kin? Okay, so this particular footballer could have been lucky, but at the same time, is it not just better for you to know that you are in a relationship and you know that whatever it is you have, it's actually safe, whether in or out of your marriage? Okay, so please always ensure, you women, that when you're in a relationship, don't just allow every document to be Mr. and Mrs. So. No. Let it be your name, Mr. Franklyn and Miss whoever is having this property, is having this business, because you lady get carried away by just letting the man's name be on every document. Yeah. I said to my wife, I said, see, I want you to maintain your name, not because of problems, but because of what she can do for herself. I want to be able to walk into a place and see me and my wife competing for the same opportunity. The world is large enough and we all can make things happen. So it will be my joy that I get to a place where I need to get a project, I need to get something going, and my wife is also standing in place to also get for herself. It makes a lot of sense, that we are both championing and conquering zones, So please, as you're watching this video, I just want you to think through and make sure you put yourself in a safe place. When you're involved in a relationship, always ensure that it is a 50-50 share. Let it be a 50-50 share. What you bring is what you get. And what you bring in together, you share 50. Very, very important. So that at the end of the day, everybody stays happy. Okay? I wish you a safe marriage. I wish you a very blissful marriage. But in all, make sure you work with your senses, even when your heart is following the right person. Just saying. So I'll end like I always do. I always say this: the good life, live it well. The good life is an everyday thing because you only live once. And that's YOLO. My name is Achi Franklyn. I'm a free thinker. Take care till I see you again. Ciao. Bye.